Abniska Dulal,
Simran Karki,
Shriza Vaskota from Group 2. Today we'll demonstrate our relational database system for university management. This project includes table creation, data insertion, constraints and complex queries. Let's dive in. So my first topic is table creation. Let me explain how we structured our database using the table.sql file that I later renamed as create.sql. I created all 11 tables that form the backbone of our system. For example, the degrees table stores program names like business management and their duration. The students table tracks personal details like names and birthdays, and crucially links to degrees to the degree ID field. Other tables like assignment and submissions handle coursework tracking. This design ensures all university data has a clear organized place. Now we are going to dive into my next topic, that is known as constraints. Next, in constraints.sql, I implemented rules to keep our data accurate and clean. Now for primary keys, every table has one, like degree ID in degrees. This guarantees each record is unique, that every tables can have a unique ID. Now for foreign keys, for example, student ID in submission references the student's table. This maintains perfect relationship between data. So the foreign keys are included to show the relationships between table and table. Now we are going to dive into the not null section. In the not null section, we have critical fields like first name in students that can't be empty, no nameless students allowed, so there should be a name assigned to the students. Now we are going to check the constraints. Values like active status must be Y or N. This prevents invalid entries. These constraints act as the database rule book. So now after that we are going to dive into naming some simple queries. Now I'm going to enter my username, and after that I'm going to enter my password. So to test everything, I wrote some basic queries like select from students to list all the programs. Now after selecting, as you can see, here are all the records that have been displayed over here. 10 rows has been selected. Now I'm going to dive into the another simple query that is storing students by last name in reverse order. This confirms our table work before complex logic. So now by the last name, first name, we are gonna select the students so that it works as the complex logic. Now I'm gonna pass my topic to Shriza Baskota.
Hi, I am Shriza. Now my topic is data insertion. My role was to populate the database with realistic data using the insert.sql file. Let me walk you through some examples. First, we added 5 degree programs like business management and information technology, each with details like degree level and duration. This formed the foundation of our system. Next, we inserted 10 students' records, complete with names, birth dates, and linked degrees programs. For instance, Abniska Dulal is enrolled in the IT Masters program with her birth date and contact information. This ensures we can track students accurately. We also created assignments like a market analysis, essay, along with submissions and attendance records. For example, student Shriza Baskura submitted an assignment on June 17th, 2025, and her attendance shows she participated actively in class. This data makes the database functional for testing queries. Number 2 is restrictions. Now let's look at 3 key queries I wrote to filter this data. Number 1 is student born after 2003. To find younger students like Anista Singh, who was born in 2004, it helps isolate specific age groups. Number 2 is students with names starting with A, Amniska and Arohi. This is useful for sorting and mailing list. Number 3 is examiners not from Stanford. We filter our examiners like Sweta Bhatta, who works as Northampton University. This could help us assign internal versus external reviewers. These queries demonstrate how to extract precise data from our system.
My focus was on advanced capabilities of our database. Let's dive into the key queries I developed. First, joins, like linking students with their degree programs. For example, this query combines the student and degree table to show each student's program name and duration. It's how we answer questions like which students are in business management program. Here we have shown 10 rows in which we can see the information on degree names. Now next is 3 table joins that connect modules, examiners and assignments. This reveals who teaching what, like showing that Dinesh Gajurel examines the forensic module, which has an upcoming essay assignment. For analytics, I used aggregations. One query counts students per degree using group by. So we can see, for instance, that information technology has 2 students enrolled. Finally, a parameterized query that dynamically filters submission by student ID. Imagine an admin typing a student ID and instantly pull up all their submissions, powerful for the real world use. These aren't just queries, they are the tools that makes this database useful. Now for the cleanup, of course, testing requires a fresh start. A drop SQL script is our cleanup crew. It carefully removes constraints like foreign keys first to avoid errors. We have created the drop in reverse order. It deletes the table in reverse order, starting with the degree modules, which depends on others, and ending with degrees. For example, we drop the table degree modules and it worked. Now this ensures we can rebuild the database flawlessly using development, a critical safety net. Now for instance, we can show you how to create a table that we just dropped, and now the table is created. Together we have built a robust university management system.
Tables and constraints from its backbone.
Realistic data brings it to life.
Advanced queries unlock its potential. From tracking attendance to analyzing submission, this system does it all.
Thank you for watching.